erùpẹ̀ ilẹ̀ kó lè yan lógo bàbá mímọ́. Yes, guys, you are welcome. It is Lovers Day, Lovers Night. Well, if you celebrate Valentine, yes, you're welcome. To all my avid viewers, listeners across the board. Yes, episode 151 of the Bleeding Edge is exactly what we're going into today. Today, Monday, February the 14th day of the second month of the year, 2022. Valentine's night. Yes, welcome to the stream. The Bleeding Edge, episode 151. Wadike Eberechukwu, good evening. Kunle Kosoko, good evening. Yes, I met you personally last night at Al Huda's Tobanim ceremony. Yes, I still remember that, Kunle. It's a pleasure for me to meet you. I could see yesterday you were filled and elated. I could see it in your face. That, oh, is this that Frank Bello you've been listening to and you've been watching live and direct in flesh? It happens like that. It was a pleasure to meet you, Kunle. Thank you so much. Now, guys, share it. Where is Falake Alawiye and the rest? Don't hide. Make yourselves known. Yes. Welcome, guys. It's going to be, as usual, the way we normally do it. Not easy, and it is not particularly comfortable. Yeah, for some people in that nasty piece of contraption called Nigeria. Yes. Dear, thank you so much. A lot is happening, isn't it? Yes, guys, share this stream. Just like Kunle Kosoko said it. See, the whole scenario, as I predicted it, is now taking its turn. Yes, welcome to the stream, guys. We're going to dig a little bit deeper. I know a lot are still watching it. Maybe a lot of you've taken your loved ones out. Those with new girlfriends. Those with new boyfriends. Èmi kò lè kọ́ṣẹ́ fún ya mímọ́ ìyá o. Yes, it was great yesterday. I was with those boys, with the boys yesterday. Taiwo Banuso, I can spot you. Taiwo Banuso, you said history will not be good to Obasanjo for all the evil against Nigeria, especially Yorubas. Let's post your comment. History will not be good to Obasanjo for all the evil against Nigeria, especially the Yorubas and the legacies of the old Western region. The legacies left behind by our one and only sage, the great Obafemi Awolowo of great memory. Thanks, Taiwo Banuso. We're still coming back to that. Agahowa Igebo Mabel, good evening. Yes. Thank you so much. Join YouTube. Yes, you're watching the stream live on YouTube. Are you in Italy? Agahowa Igebo Mabel. Are you in Italy? Is that the Italian flag next to your comment? Let's post it. Yes, and let's go straight into the Yoruba nation's national anthem. I cannot take this call because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm streaming. I'm on the live stream. Yes, I'm on a live stream. I can't join this call, guys. Maybe after it, I'll join you if you're still on, ladies and gentlemen.
Share
Yes, the Yoruba Nation national anthem. So proud of it, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, so proud of it. Yes, we are getting there. We are getting there. Yes, and let's do it this way. Yes, the bleeding edge, raw news, raw news, raw liquid news behind the headlines. Yes, guys, welcome to another great show, another great stream. Yes, Konle Kosoko, let me first acknowledge you just like I always do with the others. Yes, I'll tell you a little bit about this young, vibrant man called Konle Kosoko. I could see yesterday you were elated seeing me yesterday for the first time. And I could see you were just carried away. Oh, is this that man behind the screen, Frank Bello? Yes. It happens like that. One of those great moments that I am usually forced to be out there. Now, I have been an avid supporter of the Al Huda Mosque, which not only is Sheikh Abdurrahman Olanrewaju Jaji is a junior brother to me. He's spiritually endowed. And I've done everything within the scope and the limits of what I can do to help the mosque since he founded the mosque. Al Huda was founded in my presence. And I've always been playing an active role to make sure that Jaji succeed. And I'm proud. Like I always say, if I have to do anything for humanity, Frank Bello does not discriminate based on race. I don't discriminate based on your sexual orientation. I don't discriminate based on your political views. And I'm not a religious bigot either. I respect, so long as you give me the due respect that I am due to as a human being, because I treat every human being decently, and I'm always nice to people. The only time people see the other side of me is when they're not nice to me and they're not nice to other people. Then that is when they ignite the Luciferian part of me, the satanic part of me. And that part is not usually good. It's not friendly. It's destructive. It's destructive. I'll guarantee you. See, we've all got it. Two sides. The good side, the evil side. The good side of me is all about love. The evil side is hatred. And the moment I hate something, I will hate that thing passionately, just the way I will love things passionately. Yeah, I could see. You see, I could see, Kunle, that you. It was written all over you. See, I queued behind Tunde Additional, my man, the Babadini of Al Huda Mosque. Yeah, the new Babadini. I was behind him. And of course, I delivered somebody's prayer, because somebody actually, I'm not going to mention that person's name, put some money into my account. I'm not going to say the exact amount, for me to give to Alhaji Jaji to pray. And I did. And I supported my friend, Tunde Additional, myself, Wale Amodemaja, Kunle Aberu Agba, and all those boys there, Doles Malash, everyone. Yes, I had a good time. As usual, no alcohol, because it was an Islamic thing. I can see many of you are asking me questions here. We will treat those questions. I can see Olabode Oladele asking me a question about, do I always hate God creations, God creators, what God created? God even created man, and God regret ever creating man. And if you remember very well, in the Islamic area, from the Islamic part, not from the Christian part, when God said he wanted to create human beings, the angels, you remember God said, let us make man in our own likeness and in his image. He made man from the dust of the earth. Those angels, so that means God in heaven had other angelic beings, because both the traditional religion, Christianity, and Islam recorded this testimony, that we were made out of the dust of the earth, and we shall return as dust of the earth. From the Islamic point of view, the angels argued with God that, why do you want to create these beings? Do you need to create them? But the angelic beings, they can only question God. But because God happens to be the superior of the angelic realms, knew exactly what he wanted, because he wanted a union between we humans and himself. So when you look at us, when you look at myself, you look at yourself, you're looking at God's creation, because we were created. We never created ourselves. And that is why his ways are not our ways. His thoughts are not our thoughts. And that's part of exactly what we are going to be digging deep into in this episode. Because there's a lot that has gone. And I've given predictions. Like I always say, I'm not a pastor. I'm not a reverend. But God, in his infinite goodness and mercy, said himself he will continue to send prophets to the world, because the whole idea of why you and I are here on a journey, temporarily, we're here on a journey temporarily, is because God wants you and I to build the earth as the kingdom and as the paradise that will be perfect, where there will be no sorrows, there will be no pain, and there will be no death, and everything will be perfect. See, but the greed of man after God created us made God to regret, why have I created humans? The greed why God regretted creating humans lies inside what you and I will discuss today. The greed and the hatred God saw in man after creating man is currently happening across all black African nations. And the manifestation of the words, the word is spirit, is currently happening. And that's why today you begin to see some of the most powerful amongst your political elites shitting in their pants, weighing on their pants. See, for many of you, I've delved into quite a handful of spiritual stuff. Some of them delicate and at the same time dangerous. That if you are not spiritually endowed and spiritually solid, you dare not tread this path. I've delved into them. Not many people. Sometimes when I say certain things spiritually, some people don't really know the ground at which I was vibrating spiritually. And I don't pray many people should know that, because let me tell you, when I said to you some time ago that we needed this prayer, one was conducted on a Wednesday, and then the following Tuesday was supposed to be the final one. I came and I told each and every one of you I was acting under a spiritual divine instruction to quench. For the first ritual, I asked and I said, if you can join me in the prayers, all what you have to do is get a black candle. Do you still remember? I wouldn't remember the particular episode of the bleeding edge. And I said, for that particular first ritual, get yourselves black candles. And at the stroke of 12 midnight, if you are a Yoruba person, from wherever you are on the surface of the planet, I said, write the name Nigeria, lateral reversal. In other words, reversed, which is wrong reading. Let me see if I can bring. Guys, please continue to drop your comment. This is very important because many, I'll acknowledge all of you. This particular one, I forgot to bring it in. And let me see if I can quickly get to it as quickly as ABC. If I can quickly get onto it to see if I never thought I could touch on that, but the direction to which I'm taking this stream now wants us to get straight onto that. It was meant to be, I found it, luckily, because I know when I work with my file management system, I know what to do. Now, that particular moment, that Wednesday, a day before, I think it was a day before that Wednesday, and I said that Tuesday is already gone, but the very first phase of it, get yourselves a black candle. And I said, I've got my own black candle, but because I am the initiator and the man who's got the message, I've got other things to do. From this end in the UK, when it is 12 midnight, I said, those of you that you are in Nigeria, at the stroke of midnight, prepare the candle. I said, write Nigeria, like the one you're looking at the bottom, in gray. And that is what is meant by lateral reversal, wrong reading. When you write Nigeria, which if at the end of it you collapse that, you get 9. We've been through that. But when it is reversed, lateral reversal, which is wrong reading, in gray at the bottom, that's exactly what you get. So you write that one in gray, lateral reversal, on the black candle. And at the stroke of the midnight, I give you guys instructions to light those candles at the stroke of midnight and let it burn completely black, because Wednesday, spiritually in Yoruba language, is Ojoru. It's the day you can destroy things. you want to perform any magical, spiritual witchcraft, if I may put it that way, and somebody's been tormenting you, and you want to get rid of that person, or whatever charm that's been sent to you, get a black candle. If you know the name of that person doing you, do exactly the same. 12 midnight, burn it. If you want to give it more power, I'm not going to go into that details with you. And I said, at the stroke of the same midnight in London, that spirit and the angel I was working in collaboration with is to meet me. I repeat, meet me at a cemetery not too far away from where I live. I did mine, and I handed the torch of the black candle to that angel to take it to the next place that will strike 12 midnight, where Yoruba sons and daughters are. I'm only interested in Yoruba land. I'm not interested in any other place. That was done. Then the following Tuesday, and I said to you, Ojo Shegun, Tuesday, get yourself a white candle and then write either Yoruba Nation or Odua land on the white candle at the stroke of midnight. Again, perform the same where you are. Whether some of you did it or not, I am happy with the results I am getting. And part of the results that I am getting, I'll show you. The battle for the soul of Odua land has just begun. Look at this. That image, that illustration is already on ground. I like illustration. It's already on ground. I want to believe in that power, fine. But that illustration, the image, is already on ground. And when I came up with that, when I saw this image, see, nobody's ever, see, I've been propagating this image across through to you, but at least since the beginning of the year 2022, I've been showing this to you. You see, God blessed me. These hands are blessed by God. And that's why I am not enticed, and I can never be enticed with money. Money is only a piece of paper that can never take you to salvation. No. Many did not see that I saw him already being roasted. Shango Dele, otherwise known as Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I've been propagating this in slide form, but many did not just see. Many are blinded. Many of you are unable to see things I am able to see from the higher ground. No. Many. You never saw that. In many of the slides I've been showing you guys, you've been seeing many of these illustrations. No one questioned it. And I was looking at each and every one. I streamed another show. Many of you have streamed loads in the same bleeding edge. And I warned, even Obasanjo, I warned people such as Bola Tinubu and everyone that assumed they have powers. Modesto, I said it in Yoruba so that message will go far and wide. Money ilẹ̀ ń yọ̀. And this was from last year. I've been shouting and I've been warning even your Professor Banji Akitoye as well, to tell him, ilẹ̀ ń yọ̀. I warned Sunday Igboho before his dilemma met him with his Waterloo, to warn him as well that ilẹ̀ ń yọ̀. Ilẹ̀ tó ń gbé alágbára ṣubú, ilẹ̀ ń yọ̀. Frank Bello is an Alakowe man. The message I was sent to deliver, I will deliver. It is now up to you to now take heed, take notice of what I have been asked to deliver to you. You think my coming to stream professionally and everything, nobody pays me. I invest a lot of my own money for you to see this. Doesn't come cheap. I have many other platforms I pay. I did many things for myself. I don't advertise people. I streamed straight. If I get people that want to sponsor, such as narco stores and the rest of it, maybe I want to give out freebies to you the way I gave free credits, calling card credits to Nigerian mobile phone. I was the first person that started it. NACO wanted to support the platform, and I said, no, let's give this out as credits. And many people wondered. No, I pumped money. And I've never asked anybody to even donate. No, I don't want anything. God blessed me, not only with the wealth of knowledge, but spiritually endowed as well. The results I'm happy it is yielding. Look at that once again. I'm posting that once again. And I've been flashing this in front of your screens time after time. Many of you did not understand. The lake of fire that was already consuming your Jagaban, your supposed Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You never saw it. See, when I came and I said, let's do this ritual, it was a ritual. It was a prayer. There were some invocation. Yes, some names were invoked. Some sacred names were invoked. And they showed me the true picture of exactly what's going to happen to that man. And that was why I sent him that message. But perhaps when he sees that, maybe he will have a change of heart. No. Ṣùgbọ́n Ọlọ́run ọba tó mú Fáráò kúrò ní ọ̀nà fún àwọn ọmọ Israeli, ọmọ bó ṣe máa mú Bọ́lá Tinubu náà kúrò ní ọ̀nà. And yẹ̀yẹ́ òun lẹ ti ń rí nsìn. You're just beginning to see the end of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The worst is about to happen. You ain't seen nothing. Ṣé ó ṣì ń tọ̀ sára ó ń yàgbẹ́ sára ni? Nǹkan tẹ́ ṣì máa rí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Bọ́lá Tinubu yìí ó máa ya gbogbo yín ní ẹnu. And I predicted it, that if Bola Tinubu did not kill himself, the Fulanis will kill him. Yes. Episode 151 of the Bleeding Edge is what we are treating. I always say to people, I don't owe any of all these Damborobas any apology. I'm not going to apologize to anyone. They shouldn't expect any apology from me. Because the state that we are right now is the state of destruction. And a lot of things will be destroyed. Yeah. State of destruction. Episode 151 of the Bleeding Edge. I have a few lineups for you. If we can, Remi Tinubu, maybe we will go there. Folashade Tinubu Ojo, maybe we will treat that case. And then we will go into Tinubu himself and how the political class operates that many of you don't know. And then You are all aware of this man. He's in vogue again. That man. He's in the news again. That man. Your super cop. He's in the vogue. He's in the news. And don't forget, a handful of you guys out there are still doubting, and some still say, oh, Frank Bello, we are not that stupid. That how can 200 million people in Nigeria be so stupid and daft that we don't know that it is not Muhammadu Buhari in Aso Rock. It is not Muhammadu Buhari in Aso Rock. And I continue to showcase that. And up till now, they've not even challenged me. See? But because, let me tell you this. But because heavens has been so kind to me, as I shut my eyes to resign myself, to take a break from the earth, to go on a journey through my sleep. And anytime something new is always revealed to me when I shut myself completely down from this plane of existence and I moved onto the rapid eye movement mode, REM mode. Guess who appeared to me? Femi Adesina. And this is because I have been consistent. The second time Femi Adesina is appearing to me. I'm telling you exactly. The first time was when he appeared to me and he confirmed to me in my dreams that I was right. Everything I've been saying about Aso Rock is right. That sleep that brought me back to the world today, now, from yesterday, today. Again, Femi Adesina appeared to me and was begging me in the dreams, and then said, a fake, dodgy silicon latex, Muhammadu Buhari wants to see me. Begging. You see, because I am endowed, I turned his request down and I said to him, I don't want to meet him. The begging never stopped in the dreams. And because the begging never stopped, the clothing I had on, then I looked at myself, I said, oh no, I can't see this. I can't go to Aso Rock like this. I need to be properly dressed with a much more clothing that befits my status. It was whilst I was in the middle of changing into the clothing that befits my status, I was looking at Buhari, fake dodgy latex Buhari with the crowd of people. around there, some waiting. And because I already wanted to change into the clothing that befits me, it was in that changing room that I came back to earth. So now I want to use the toilet physically. But because I was in the middle of that dream, I did certain prayers so that I can go back into the dream and then carry on from where that stopped. But that never happened. It showed how the interest of the common people suffering to quench the spiritual source of all creation sees that I am so passionate about, and I want to bring the change. But some evildoers, satanic agents and their worshippers, such as Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Remi Tinubu, doesn't want such a thing to happen. I'm mentioning their names. Let them come for me if they born them well. Tomba be yala yaba ba any of them. Tomba be come. Tomba be. I don't care what sort of powers you have, but I'm acting very, very strongly on a divine instructions that the injustice you guys that are satanic in your doings are meting out to God's people has to stop. Now, that man, the same man, your supposed super cop, Abakari, that man, remember, during that period of the fracas of Huge Poppy, to which he made a lot of money too. I'm not making things up. You can clearly see somebody else's tweet. Abakari said emphatically when the FBI wanted him in the States. You can clearly see the dates. 12:00 a.m. 31 July 21 last year. Hashtag BCNR. Watch that. If Nigeria government allow FBI to arrest me, I will expose Lai Mohammed, Femi Adesina, and the presidency. Abakari threatened. Does that mean he was prepared to say everything that you've got a fake, dodgy, latex, silicone Muhammadu Buhari in Asorok that you guys were not saying? And when he uttered the statement, what then followed? Northerners protected him. Abakari. And FBI and the US government, they were looking at your shithole Dumbo robbers. Who? Again, I'm asking. Abakari is not the only one. Rochas Okorocha to threaten them that if he was not given his ticket to the Senate, he will expose the impostor in Asorok. Abakari too said that. It's not the only one. Adams Oshiomhole too said the same, that if he's removed as the chairman of the APC, he will tell the world who is in Asorok. I beg. Am I the stupid one? And when I said emphatically, and I repeat, that Buhari died, and I proved it technologically using Photoshop to bring out the different images that you've been bombarded with, many people were not comfortable. I beg. Something else is now happening. Does that mean that because of this threat in 2021, that your super cop said if he is arrested, he will expose that man that loves lying under his name as Mr. Liar, but unfortunately they gave him Lie to as a name. And Femi Adesina also playing the card game. And the fact that your supposed super cop Abakari is now threatening was threatening last year to expose that piece of trash at the presidency. It's not easy here, guys. Yes, Kunle Kosoko, you said. Thank you, sir. Let me see. Yes, Kunle, let me take this. Yes, I met you yesterday, and I could see that you were so delighted. You said you are great and a wonderful man to be with. You never looked down on me, despite the fact that people were calling you here and there yesterday. Yes, you're right. You could see they were all after me, and I still had the time. I never, because they knew me, but you mattered so much to me as at that time. And the very first thing, because of the way you were looking at me, and I get this most of the time if I'm in the bus too, if I decide to go in public transport, I get this most of the time. I never knew there was a time I was in the DLR, Docklands Light Railway, and I think I was talking and somebody just picked up my voice, and and then two people, they don't even know themselves, my avid viewers, inside the DLR in the same coach, sitting distance away from ourselves. And they came to me and said, "Are you Mr. Bello?" "Yes." Not the first time, not the second time. And I had the time. I was on the phone talking to someone, so I had to cut that person that I was talking to on the phone because the person I was meeting from the other end. So I shut that person down and I had to attend to those two people. And I attended to them until we got to Woolwich Arsenal. Yeah. You meant a lot because the way you were looking at me yesterday, it was like I could see that you were Kunle Kosoko, I could see that you were elated, and I on the spot, because I've got the experience, and I said, please, are you one of my avid viewers on Facebook, YouTube? And you were elated. You never even said a word, and I knew, and I just quickly tapped you straight away to acknowledge you, and I had the time. Thank you. I know you, and I knew you were going to come up, and I straight away, you see, I never even write anything down, but I asked you for your name, and you said Kunle Kosoko, and it went straight into my brain. I never forget things. Yes, and you said I still gave my time to talk. Yes, and great. Yeah, thank you for that. Yes, Al Sam, good evening. James Coker, you're not late. I think you're still grabbing everything. Muleko Soko, you said, still baffle you why many people are not on this platform. I used a typical example sometime, and I said, the path, the gate to hell is like this. Huge, wide, because there are too many sinners on the surface of the planet. The gate and the path that leads to heaven is like this. It can hardly fit one person in. It can hardly. You have to squeeze yourself in. It is whilst you try to squeeze yourself in to go through that narrow gate of heaven, when you get to the other side, that is when you know you are in heaven. And that is when you then see the glory of God, the glory of Allah, the glory of the Almighty One, the one that I am, the I am that I am, the Alpha, the beginning, the Omega, the end. The man who knows the end even before the beginning. Sadahij is what I used to call him. Elihon is another name I used to call him. Yes, Kunle, you are now active. You said, is it because this is not a gossip platform? It is really sad. There are other platforms that they talk openly about prick, dick, and pussy. Oko atiobo. They are in their thousands. There was one I was listening to, famous. A man asking on the platform, I'm not going to mention the platform. The lady is doing a great job asking for a fat woman. And another woman telling the whole world on the same platform that if given the opportunity, the husband at home is a useless man, and that on the same platform, that platform matched her with another man, and they then met in an hotel in the UK, and they shagged themselves, and the woman would rather make the husband at home vegetative than kill the husband at home, because meeting this new man, the new man sex her good. Thousands. Steve Osage, Uche Timothy Eluma, Alaji Akolawole Aremu Oladoshu. Welcome. Folake Alawiye, good evening. Bukola Odufadeni Olusoya, thank you. You're welcome. Buki, how are the boys? And how is my chubby man too? The chubby one. You know, he looked like me when I was that age. I was very chubby. In fact, bigger than him too. Favor Ipe. Is that correct? Thank you. You're watching the stream on YouTube. And you said, you're really doing a great job analyzing all this information. Yeah. John YouTube. He said, I hope to meet you someday, sir, in person. Let us pray for a preservation of life, because Jehovah God, Tetragrammaton and Sabaoth, is the giver of life. He does whatever he wants. If I'm preserved, and if you're preserved, surely we will meet. See, Kunle Kosoko, I told you I could see Kunle was elated yesterday, and I sensed it straight away. I sensed it straight away. And he was pleased. See, it was like, oh, this one was pulling me, that one was pulling me, that one was pulling me, that they were all pulling me everywhere. But I still had the time. Those ones, they know me. He was particularly he was more in my heart than them, because I can always go back to them. But himself, I have to look after him first. I could see he was elated, and I just kept tapping him, you know. Yes. Al-Sam. What are you saying, Al-Sam? Al-Sam said, Mr. Frank, last time I asked of your view on Nigerian religious leaders interfering in politics compared to how UK religious leaders distance themselves. I guess you had forgotten because you finished the show. No. I'm still coming back to that, because should we let me take this last comment. I'm still coming back, and I'm going to tell you exactly what is happening to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not just only being attacked from one angle of the spiritual realm. Ìdọ̀tí àti ìbàjẹ́ Bọ́lá Tinubu pọ̀ gan sí orílẹ̀-èdè Káàárọ̀ Oòjíire. Nǹkan ṣì máa bàjẹ́ fún gan. See, Al-Sam, Bola Tinubu is under spiritual attack, and the attack is not just only coming from one source. The Redeemed Christian Church of God knows about what is currently happening to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I've not hidden it. The way the original Muhammadu Buhari that died was attacked. Yeah. The camera is blurry. Maybe I have to change it to the other side. Let's go on this break. And I'm going to start off with this. Let's see this, because I'm going to show you some other stuff. God help us. Ìbàjẹ́ Bola Tinubu started from here. Let me first start with this. Watch this.
Again, the purpose of this event is to try to make sure that the Congress of the United States, the administration of this country, our friends and allies around the world, and not least, of course, people of goodwill in this country and elsewhere, are on notice that Nigeria is at risk of disastrous collapse. That the forces that we've just been talking about are in the process of taking down a country that is the most populous in Africa, with horrific implications, not just for the immediate vicinity, the Lake Chad region as it's known, but for that continent and almost certainly others beyond. Congressman Wolf mentioned Bono, talking about a catastrophe that would make what has happened to Europe in the past few years, as a relatively small number of people migrated there with unbelievably chaotic consequences, look like a day at the beach by comparison. We're on notice, and the question is, do we have to wait until this horror is upon us before something is done about it? Or do we take steps now to try to prevent that? And I don't think any of us is saying that this is a panacea, but the appointment of the appropriate individual with the requisite authority. Just wanted to underscore what Congressman Wolf said about having the President of the United States essentially personally empowering Senator Danforth to lead the effort on behalf of our country to alleviate that situation. That has to be done again, and it has to be empowering of a person with the stature and the capabilities needed to do two really vital things. One is to pull together the government agencies that have responsibility for pieces of a problem like Nigeria. The Defense Department, as well as, of course, the State Department, USAID, the UN mission of the United States, the National Security Council, and others, to come together with a common, appropriate, and much needed policy approach. And then secondly, at least as importantly, to be able authoritatively to represent what that approach is to the government of Nigeria.
Now, those are some of the few bits and pieces that you'll never get the analysis from other than this great platform. You won't get them from nowhere. It is only here. It is not that the United States does not recognize that we have problems. They know. Now, let's come back to your question, Alsan, and I'll post it. To which you said, Mr. Frank, last time I asked your view on Nigerian religious leaders interfering in politics compared to how the UK religious leaders distance themselves. I guess you had forgotten before you finished the show. It's so sad what's going on in the nation. See, thank you, guys. Just keep the likes and the hearts flowing, although they cannot flag the show. I can see Amina Olayinka Yalorin, one of my favorite women too, who's been with me. And whenever she's chanced, just like Bukola Odufadeni Olusoya from the west coast of the United States in California. These are intelligent people that will take their time to listen to every minute details that comes out of this end of the dispatch box. Amina Olayinka disagreed with me that Buhari is alive. Behind the closet, behind closed doors. I have discussed with you, Amina, to express my concern over the choice they made after Abakari died. The choice the presidency made regarding Professor Gambari, I made it known. I will always stand in the gap of the truth. It's not that Professor Gambari is got a clean record as per se, but at least Gambari should never be part and parcel of the mess. Now coming back to you, Alsan. the authentic Muhammadu Buhari was attacked spiritually. And to the Fulanis and the Northerners, they've always believed the notion that the Yorubas are so powerful spiritually that there is no record of any Yoruba man who died in office. And when you come to think of the Yorubas or the Southerners that's ruled, look, I've made everything simple. Nnamdi Azikiwe was cajoled by the Northerners. Tafawa Balewa and Ahmadu Bello to ditch Obafemi Awolowo into forming a coalition when, as a matter of fact, NCNC won that elections, but they never had the majority to form the government. And Michael Okpara was the man. Rather than for the NCNC under the leadership of Nnamdi Azikiwe to form an alliance with the action group in the South, Tafawa Balewa and Ahmadu Bello deceived Nnamdi Azikiwe. Nnamdi Azikiwe being a stupid man who never saw exactly what Awolowo saw at the time. For, in fact, Awolowo said he will pave the way for Nnamdi Azikiwe to be prime minister and for him to be the finance minister. They gave him a ceremonial head, thinking, I'm not going to go into the history of how Tafawa Balewa, Nnamdi Azikiwe, Ahmadu Bello, Chief S.L. Akitola, and some Yoruba leaders ditched the crown, Her Majesty, to now clamor for a Nigerian republic in 1963, which was granted them. Now, look at the rotation of power in front of you. Your screen. I've mapped everything out clearly. Obasanjo got into being a military dictator in 1976, if not for the death of Murtala Mohammed, to which Gowon knew about it, because the coup that killed Murtala Mohammed, I'm repeating it, was planned inside Gowon's sitting room in northwest London when he was on an asylum. That's the friction between, apart from the civil war friction between Gowon and Obasanjo and Murtala Mohammed. The coup that killed Murtala Mohammed is already, till thy kingdom come, will always be a friction between Gowon and Obasanjo. After Obasanjo as a military junta, Ernest Shonekan after Ibrahim Babangida, head of the interim national government, ING. Abiola won that election, fine. Like I always say, I'm not an Abiola person. Egbaman won election, Egbaman gave a military order to Ibrahim Babangida not to hand over power to a womanizer. Rather than do that, an Egbaman nominated another Egbaman who happens to be his bosom friend who died recently, Ernest Shonekan. He was not elected. He too got there by accident. Obasanjo in 1976 got there by accident. In 1993, Ernest Shonekan got there by accident. And in 1999, the North had to draft in the man that caused the locomotion in 1993 to come and repair things. So I could as well put it this way, that he was drafted in by accident. So the three Yorubas, starting from Obasanjo in 1976, Ernest Shonekan in 1993, Obasanjo in 1999, all got there by accident. Now let's go to Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. If not for the fact that Obasanjo secretly, as a third-term elongation plan of his, brought sickly Umaru Yar'Adua, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan wouldn't have been president after Umaru Yar'Adua died. So, Murtala Mohammed died in office. Guam. Abacha died in office. Guam. Umaru Yar'Adua died in office. Guam. Again, Buhari died in office. And that's why they never took it. They said, no. The three times the Yorubas and Goodluck Jonathan got there. Remember when Goodluck Jonathan got there? Dame Patience Jonathan nearly died. Goodluck Jonathan's mother was stronger spiritually, so she protected Goodluck Ebele Jonathan from dying. Go and read the accounts of Reuben Abati as Goodluck Ebele Jonathan's spokesman and hear him on what he had to say. Let me tell you emphatically, guys, Muhammadu Buhari died. Remember before, when he won the election in 2015, Islamic clerics, pastors that loved him, Tunde Bakare, they were all advising him not to move into Aso Rock unless it is cleansed. He was attacked. That time, just like I said, I'm not going to render any apology to anyone. I did a stream in 2015 and I said, Muhammadu Buhari, I used this paper. I said, Muhammadu Buhari, you are like this. You are a lightweight in the spiritual realm. Light. In fact, this paper is more weighty. It's got more weight than Muhammadu Buhari. He goes to Mecca to pray. That ordinary prayer in Mecca can't deliver. When Christians strike, They don't strike in the name of Jesus alone. They strike using voodoo too, combined. And that was what the real authentic Muhammadu Buhari was facing at the time. He had medical issues. Authentic Muhammadu Buhari had medical issues. He was treating prostate cancer at the time. But because of all his medical conditions, the spiritual attack, because he was a lightweight in the spiritual realm, struck him so badly that he never survived. Let Obasanjo and all the leaders that are Yoruba extractions, let them swear on our Orishas that they never knew that Buhari died. They'll never do it. Not Bible. Put Ogun down, Obatala, Oshun, let them swear they will never do it. People swear on the Holy Bible because they know that God of the Bible is sweet. God of the Quran is sweet, and they'll never take revenge. It is the same God. Same God. You heard. And that's why many did not see that. Many. Now, Al-Sam. The attack on Bola Ahmed Tinubu let some of those spiritually inclined pastors inside the Redeemed Christian Church of God, let them come out and then defend themselves. Let Yemi Osinbajo too come out. He's not saying anything. Bola Tinubu shitting and urinating, defecating on himself, disgracing himself publicly. Let me warn you. Let me tell you the gospel truth. Bola Tinubu's been dealing with the occultism. And occultism is black witch, black power. What Yemi Osinbajo is using to fight him is white power. White. And white will always prevail over black. So right now, the white witches, the white wizards, the red witches, the red wizards, they're waging a spiritual war against your Jagaban. And that was why I said, and I warned him, Ilenyo. The floor is slippery. Ilẹ̀ tó ń gbé alágbára ṣubú. Ilẹ̀ ń yọ̀. See, Bola Tinubu thought, oh, he's got these billions and trillions. I can have bullion van parked in front of my house. I have all the money. Your money is shithole, Bola Tinubu. Nonsense. When they finish you spiritually, and if they attack your health spiritually, your money is useless. Go and ask Babangida. Babangida will tell you. And then, Oshibajo, because you conceal and you are hiding it away from the people because of your own selfish need. There is a punishment, spiritual punishment coming up on you too, because all of you, you know the games you're playing out inside that Asorok. Nobody's bold to say this, but the spiritual source of all creation that sent me the message, Baba God, Laurent Minishe, and I will deliver it. God endowed me, and He's told me not to be afraid of anyone. And that's why I refuse to take a dime from anyone. I'll rather die poor, but rich spiritually. Yemi Oshibaju, it's not going to, that thing that you still delaying, because it on delay, so that by the time the ba finish Bola Tinubu, if I finish it completely, o de ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹlẹ́yà right now. O de ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni. And by the time you finish with him, you are going to descend on his wife too. That one that called himself his wife, Remy. That's why I said there's a lot coming. Al-Sam, there's a lot more. Religion, in the last episode 150, I said Africans are very interesting people. Africans are poorly educated. Africans will close manufacturing factories, turn those factories to church. And after they turn the factories they close to church, then go to church to pray for God for jobs. Is that not stupidity of the highest order? Does it make sense to you? It does make sense to me, because guess what? If Bola Tinubu can give such billions to Tunde Bakare to go and build a mega church rather than create factories that will employ jobless people across the nooks and crannies of Lagos, you think I'm stupid? And you think the likes of Tunde Bakare is not part and parcel of your problem? And you can clearly hear Tunde Bakare saying all general overseers should be arrested. Tunde Bakare was referring to your daddy Gio, Pastor Adeboye. Why is Tunde Bakare referring to Daddy Gio, Tunde Bakare? Because Pastor Adeboye and Tunde Bakare, big friction. They will never see eye to eye. Tunde Bakare, make no mistakes, was part and parcel of the inner caucus of Pastor Adeboye in the old regime. Why do they not see eye to eye? Check it out. I want to destroy Nigeria nìyẹn. So right now, between some of the senior pastors inside Redeemed Christian Church of God, making Bola Tinubu to soil himself, so also, listen to this very carefully, so also Tunde Bakare is standing in the gap for Bola Tinubu, but power pass power. Ibi tí agbára èèyàn kan gbé dé, ibẹ̀ ni tẹlòmíì gbé ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Tunde Bakare ò ní agbára Adébóyè lọ́wọ́, kò dẹ̀ ní agbára Yẹmí Ọ̀ṣínbàjò lọ́wọ́ spiritually. I'm breaking this down. Now look at where religion and politics of dementia meets hand to hand in destroying the people. And you think I'm stupid? I ain't stupid. Ẹni kan jáde kan wá defend ara wọn. Wọn ò ní lè jáde láti wá sọ eléyìí spiritually. I will say it. Yes. I will be bold to come out to say it. And I am bold to come out to say it because these people continue to deceive and hide under the house of God. Alsam, you ignited this. Yeti Queen, I've acknowledged you, Amina Olayinka. Yeti Queen, you said, we know from the onset that Buhari is dead, covered up by the British government, who issued him death certificate, but denied to the whole world that he's not dead. Their government is disorganized and destabilized. God is walking through the UK. The year of reckoning and vengeance, indeed. Titiloye Erewumi, I'm seeing you for the first time, Titiloye. Thank you. Maybe you've been an avid follower, just like Kunle Kosoko, who met me physically in person and just saw me as Enrojanjala Oriresi, and he was elated. Yeah, you might see me big like this, but I'm really smallish. You know, I try to control my weight, control everything. Peter Touch, good evening. Yeti Queen, you said, let me post your comment. Can we see how destructive the British are? Issued the death certificate of Buhari and denied his death to the world. God has just started with the destruction of the wicked, from the death of kings to the destabilization and collapse of some government. Yes, let me see the rest. And collaborators, including some gullible Western countries. I will leave that. The judgment is for God. I won't interfere with how he's going to move, because God moves in mysterious circumstances. Believe that. Mary Nadi, the day's reckoning is here. The world will shake until they start doing the right thing. Yes, indeed. Al-Sam, munch of recycling leaders since I was born. I'm afraid so, yes. Loy Adore Ayua, I'm saying that name for the first time. And you said you're watching. Titiloye Erewumi, you said truth, bro. Thank you for that. Emmanuel Evans, China Zone, Uchalo. Good evening. Good evening to you too. Falakalawiye said, absolutely. Yeti Queen, he said, let's post your comment. Tinubu's days are numbered. You said you saw it in the dream. Thank you. See, not only me, see, you're probably one of the cleanest souls, Yeti Queen, because God will show people with clean spirit what he hoped doing. You're one. Count yourself lucky, and whatever you are doing that made you pure, carry on doing that, because there's a lot more revelation, and God might have to use you for such revelation. Falake Alawiye, you said Benio Baba. Thank you for that. Again, Yeti Queen, you said Oshibajo is aware that Buhari is dead some years back, including Baba Adeboye. They know Adeboye, make no mistakes. Adeboye gave you guys a coded message when he visited Asorok. He came out, talked to the world press in code. Yes, Alsa, you said you're still there. Samuel Onwacha, you said, this is more than a serious case. Is this your first time on the platform? It is not easy here. It's tough and difficult. Very tough and extremely difficult, because we don't take issues lightly. That's why we're different. That's why you don't see traffic somewhere. Yeti Queen, you said, I have been saying there's a hidden secret in the Asorok, which Oshibajo and Buhari's wife and Redeem is aware of. If it leaks, can divide Nigeria. Not only divide Nigeria. Before Nigeria is divided up into pieces, we need to divide Abdusalam Abubakar. I'm afraid. See, and why do we need that? Let's visit Wikis with this.
Yeah, G.O.D. This is the message. I fear no man. The Lord is my shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd. Kings of war, kings of war, kings of war, kings of war. Only kings of war, kings of war. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán.
Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé. Ṣé ìdájọ́ náà ti wá dé bá Tinubu báyìí?
ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ o. Ó ní kí n sọ fún wọn kó tú aláìṣẹ̀ sílẹ̀ o. Tí wọn ò bá gbọ́ o, òjò ìdájọ́ á rọ̀ lé wọn lórí. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán, ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn, ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán, ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn, ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ó ní kí n sọ fáwọn tí wọ́n láwọn lálágbára. Ó ní kí n sọ fáwọn tí wọ́n ní àyànfẹ́ lára. Ó ní kí n sọ fọ́ba kí wọ́n ronú pìwàdà o. Tí wọn ò bá gbọ́ o, òjò ìdájọ́ á rọ̀ lé wọn lórí. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé
ṣé òjò ìdájọ́ náà ló ti ń rọ̀ lé orí Bọ́lá Tinubu yìí o? Wikis ló kọ eléyìí o.
ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán, ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán, ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn, ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ó ní kí n sọ fún wọn kí wọ́n ronú pìwàdà o. Ó ní kí n sọ fún wọn póun ò fẹ́ kú ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ o. Ó ní kí n sọ fún wọn kó tú aláìṣẹ̀ sílẹ̀ o. Tí wọn ò bá gbọ́ o, òjò ìdájọ́ á rọ̀ lé wọn lórí. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán, ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn, ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán, ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn, ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán.
ní àwáyé o. Ẹ wò ó, báwo làwọn tó ń tajà ń bíbá ẹ̀ báwo ni wọ́n ṣe fẹ́ tà lọ́gbọ́n Sanwó-Olú. Ẹ wò ṣé àwọn tó wà ń bíbá ẹ̀ ṣé ẹ wò báyìí kù nítorí o we can't go. Mo lọ ṣe nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn sì ẹ wò mo láti gbé.
Now, ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. See, I had a different agenda for that song when Wikis waxed it. For him to be able to make some money, because Wikis is one of our youths based in Russia, in Moscow. And then out of the blue, because it was really getting a bit late, and Wikis then called me and then said, Babami, the message I got about that song is that that song should be released. That it is a warning. Was this the warning that God gave to Wikis in the dreams to warn the likes of Bola Ahmed Tinubu that ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán tí wọ́n bá gbọ́rọ̀ sí òun ọba tó ní gbogbo nǹkan lẹ́nu? Wikis, God bless you. And I never argued with you when you me be argue more than Wikis. If that is the case, let's go for it. Now, in Contewanri yẹn, tọ́lọ́n fi wọ́n hàn Wikis, tọ́lọ́n fi hàn a handful of people, àwọn àyànfẹ́ Ọlọ́run máa fi message vision á fi hàn àwọn àyànfẹ́ tó mọ̀ pé inú wọn ó mọ́, ọkàn wọn ó mọ́. Ọlọ́run ọba ẹ̀ máa ní agbára gan. This God is a wonderful God and he's so powerful. Unless and otherwise you are stupid, that is when you will never appreciate that there is God. But I've always been appreciative of God since I was a baby. And I'm probably one of the most loved child by God on the surface of the planet. That God loved me so much. And I know, and I've done many things sometimes, that I'll say, oh, do I get away with this? Not killing, not destroying someone. You try to destroy me anyway. I want you to please throw the first salvo. Koko ta arua koko. And then to ba ti ta aro yen ma wa ready fún ẹ. Tí èmi bá dẹ̀ ti ready fún ẹ, èmi ò ní bẹ́ẹ̀ jà taratara o. Àtara àtẹ̀mí àti gbogbo ẹ̀ ni máa pò pọ̀ fún ẹ gan tó yẹ pé o is either kí n kú sínú ẹ̀ or tí n bá kú sínú ẹ̀ wọ gangan máa kú sínú ẹ̀ ni máa pa ẹ́. Is either you kill me or I kill you when I enter battle. If I enter into a spiritual warfare and battle with anyone, I've armed myself with two things. It's either I kill you or you kill me. I'm saying it publicly and openly. I'm not scared of anyone. Oba ni yala ya agbára is either of the two. Inú kí n pa ẹ́, I should kill you or you kill me. Now, God help us. You guys will say, Frank is mad at it again. No, I'm not. Titiloye Irewumi. So today, not today. Thank you. Baba T. Yes, I've been expecting you, Baba T. And I know you're going to tune in anyway. He said, Diaper 2023. Oluwa Diaper. Ade Pampas. Ẹ̀yin ayé. Baba T. Ayé ni ẹ o. Àtúrẹ́ mo ṣe máa ń sọ pé kó má dàgbò sí mi lápò. Baba T. Ìwọ gangan ló yẹ kó máa pè ní ayé wà láìtàláìsí wọn bẹ̀ láì. Ìwọ gangan ni ayé. Okay. Let's go into this one first. Abakari. You remember? That man. That man. A super cop. And who said, if the Nigerian government allow FBI to arrest him last year during Hush Puppy days, he will expose Lai Mohammed, Femi Adesina, and the presidency. You remember that? Okay. If you have not forgotten that, now let's go into some things to get where it is now very, very obvious. aware? Are you aware that yeah, I want to do this. Yeah, I want to do this. Yes. Are you aware that your Abakari, the Super Cup, is currently under investigation? Yes, your Abakari is currently under investigation, and I can authoritatively confirm this to you. Yes. Yes. Now, I'm going to take it up like this. Before we go into how they intend to restructure Nigeria, because I've got this lined up. Okay? God, how do I deal with the current situation? I need your guidance on how to deal with this. Yes, I need your spiritual guidance. It is not easy. It is not easy for me to handle because some of the topics that I will be raising here is tough, and I'm still going to go into the issue of MC Oluomo as well, because there's a lot that many of you don't realize about the issue of MC Oluomo. Okay. There was a press briefing in Abuja. Okay. And the press briefing, I think, took place yesterday. It was between the NDLEA and the police. It is public, but you might not be able to get the full gist of the secret of this man called Super Cop Abakari. Many of you know this man in connection with his rougher dealings with Hush Puppy, your much celebrated Super Cop. Don't forget his Hausa Fulani extraction. So I am not going to celebrate such mumu people. Now, this guy called Abakari that you guys are looking right in front of your screen, despite the fact that he's been involved in Hush Puppy's case, he's also equally dealing in illicit drug. Abakari, your Super Cop, was a drug dealer. And he's been dealing in the drugs, cocaine, a long time. Now, he's one of the problems. This same Abakari, take it or you don't, is one of those people destroying innocent lives of Yoruba sons and daughters in Odua land. Now, his illicit trade came into the open when he was forced to declare to one of the law enforcement agents. See, but because this stupid man is so greedy for money, and because he's been used to such big money, thought he was going to get away as the commander of the intelligence resource team of the Nigerian police force. But you see, NDLA got information about the same man who believed that DCP Abakari, that same man, DCP Abakari. See, guys, you won't get this gist from nowhere, but I'm giving you free on a platter of gold and silver. DCP Abakari, to many people, apart from being involved with hush puppy, was involved with kidnapping. You remember Evans and many of the kidnapping cases. He's also a member, and is equally a member of the drug cartel. And this drug cartel operates between the Brazil, Ethiopia, Nigeria axis. You get that? That same super cop. That man. So look at it this way. The Brazil, Ethiopia, Nigeria axis. That means Nigeria is a transit. And the drug from Brazil to Ethiopia and then to Nigeria could end up in America, and it could end up in the UK too, or anywhere in Europe. So the British government should be interested in Abakari's case, just like the Americans, the FBI are interested. The MI6, Military Intelligence 6 in the United Kingdom, should be interested in this case because the illicit trade of this super cop of a man that the Fulani government are celebrating could be destroying their children's life on the street of Great Britain. And that's why I'm interested in this case. Ladies and gentlemen, okay, let me give you exactly what happened here. because many people will be questioning, oh, how does this happen? It all started January 21st of January, Friday, 21st January 2022, when DCP Abakari made a call. He put a call through to one of the NDLEA officers in Abuja. And I'll tell you exactly the time. DCP Abakari put the call through at 2:12 p.m. Friday, 21st of January 2022. When the officer returned the call 2 minutes later, the officer was unable to pay the call, but the officer then called Kyari back 2 minutes later. Now, DCP Abakyari then informed the NDLA officer he was coming to see him, to discuss an operational matter after the Jumaite service. Now, you remember, under your rogue Attorney General Malami reinstated Abakyari, and the North gathered and then said this rogue super cop they celebrated has nothing to answer for. But the American government were adamant and they were consistent in saying that your super cop Abakyari has got a case to answer. So now begin to patch the dodgy presidency. You think you have president in Nigeria. You've only got presidency, you don't have any president. So when the officer returned the call 2 minutes later, Kyari informed him he was coming to see him to discuss an operational matter after the Jumaite service, the prayer service. So the NDLEA officer appeared at the agreed venue and time of the meeting with Officer Abakyari. And when he appeared, they went straight into the nitty-gritty of the business. Abakyari then informed the NDLEA officer that his team intercepted and arrested some drug traffickers that came into the country from Ethiopia with 25 kilograms of cocaine. You'll never hear this from any other source because I'm giving you authoritative analysis information with time and dates. 25 kg. So, Abakyari then proposed a drug deal whereby, listen, a super cop proposed a drug deal whereby he and his team are to take 15 kilograms of the cocaine and leave 10 kilograms for the prosecution of the suspects arrested with the illicit drug in, guess what, not in Abuja, in Enugu. in Enugu. You'll never hear this anywhere. It is only here. It is only here. Should we go into this? Yeah, let's go into this and then we'll come back. Yeah, let's go into it. Just drop your comments. That's why I said it's going to get interesting. Now, underscore, don't you forget, your Jagaban too is a cocaine sniffer and weed smoker too. Okay, so 15 kilograms according to the deal he wants to strike with the NDLEA officer. It's for them, and that leaves 10 kilograms for the prosecution. So in the meantime, that means they will place a dummy cocaine worth 15 kilograms on the shelf for display. So what Abakari then did was asked the NDLEA officer to persuade men of the Federal Capital Territory Command to play along with them, to play the script. You see, an officer, a celebrated super officer of the Nigerian Police Force, to which Malami reinstated that there was no case against him, and the FBI knew there was a case behind him, now involved in another crime, this time worst crime, drugs. That man, Abakari, a drug cartel. God forbid any of the children on the streets of England or the United Kingdom or the United States. That means that man, Abakari, is ready to destroy their lives. Because the drug will end up at some point in time. It could be my children. God forbid, it could be your children that this man is going to destroy. The same Abakari here. So I am not particular about Nigeria. I am particular about the efficacy of the actions and the consequences of this stupid celebrated cop that will destroy an average innocent life. Our own children on the streets of Britain and the United Kingdom. Destroy those lives in Nigeria if you want, but it could end up here. And there is the possibility that the same drug will end up on the streets of Great Britain. That's why I am worried. And that's why I've taken special interest in the case. And I want the MI5 and the MI6 to look very carefully into this issue and then pressurize that stupid, hopeless government back in Abuja to let this, their celebrated copper, face the consequences of his action. I'm not stupid. I ain't stupid. stupid. And I mean it. I ain't stupid. Now, he wants a situation whereby his team will take 15 kilograms out of the 25 kilograms and leave 10 kilograms for the prosecution of the suspects arrested with the illicit drug. And this took place in Enugu. So in the meantime, the cocaine will be replaced with a dummy worth 15 kilograms. So he asked the NDLA officer to persuade men at the Federal Capital Territory Command of the department to play along with them on the script. See, just like another case I'm going to go into later on today, the NDLA of yesterday and the Nigerian police force of yesterday is not the same. Because the pressure that is coming from my end, from this chat box, from you, your comments, and from our contributions along the whole world, around the world, is now having to change the way the police operates. So now, anybody who is in touch with the reality of the renewed drug war by the NDLEA since 18th of January 2021 will know for a fact that was a tall order, because NDLEA officers and men, they've restructured and they've rededicated themselves, credits to them, to the war against illegal drugs. And what Abba Kyari, their super cop, was asking for was not tenable. No. Okay. Let's look at this. In May 2021, when a drug kingpin by the name of Ejiofor Felix Enweriaku, an Igbo man, flew from Brazil to Nigeria to negotiate the release of a 27.95 kilogram shipment of cocaine intercepted at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport. This Igbo man drug lord called Ejiofor Felix Enweriaku offered, you see, I'm mentioning names. Enweriaku offered a bribe of $24,500 to officers placed on duty at the time, because NDLEA, they've changed. Everything changed. The episode ended because NDLEA had new officers. And I'm mentioning time, by 5 minutes past 11 o'clock in the morning, Monday, 24 January, the agency gave officers the green light to play along. January this year, when they knew that Abba Kyari was playing them. So NDLEA equally gave them the green light. 11:05 a.m. 24 January 2022 to play the card game. So Abba Kyari began, listen, Abba Kyari then began a WhatsApp call for the rest of the day with the NDLEA officer. The officer then conveyed their willingness at the department to play the game with Abba Kyari. Super Cup. You never get. That's why I said this is raw and undiluted. Raw information and undiluted. Let's see what's happening. We're still going into a lot, guys. A lot. Let's do this. Yes. See? Some of you are not expecting this. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to take all your comments. And I promise I will. See, the officers at the NDLEA promised they'll play the game. So at that point, Abba Kyari, the Super Cup, then disclosed that the 15 kilograms already taken out was shared between the informants that provided, you see, 15 kilograms. Some informants provided the information, so the 15 kilograms has been shared between them for the seizure. And he and his men from his own department of the Nigerian police. So now, according to him, Abba Kyari, the informants were given, listen to this, the informants were given 7 kilograms of cocaine, while his team took 8 kilograms, which had already been sold. Can you imagine? Sold already. He then offered to pay the men of the NDLEA team by selling on their behalf half of the remaining 10 kilograms, thereby further reducing the original cocaine for the prosecution to just 5 kilograms at, guess what, 7. At 7 million naira per kilogram. You don't know exactly what is happening. This can only happen here. And you will never hear this anywhere about the Super Cup your politicians, Senate, House of Reps, presidency celebrates. That is what he's been doing. And that was why he was able to build that mansion in Borno. And Zulum had to visit him and then start prostrating. That's why I said I'm not scared of no one, because truth has to be told. There's a lot more. There's a lot more. But you guess what? I'm going to nail this because I want to go into other stories. He's been indicted. Abakari is on the run. A super cop. Abakari, let's bring everything to a roundup. I've just given you, I can't go through all the details. If they want to dispute this, let them come forth. I've come up with dates, and from NDLEA, I've mentioned organizations involved. They will never dispute it. NDLEA, they know that's the truth. I'll never come up, say something, and then come back the next day to say I'm sorry. It is misinformation. No. This is serious business. Yeti Queen, let me take some few comments. Write today's date down. Many politicians will not live to survive 2023 election. Just a revelation. You're right. You're right. Many of them will die. Pray for Oni of Ife too. Pray as well for Oni of Ife. Oni of Ife might not last on the throne. Pray for him. I've seen it. Because Oni of Ife too had already betrayed Odua land. You heard. He betrayed Odua land. Pray for him. He's a young man. But pray for him. He might not last. He might be the shortest reigning Oni of Ife. The gods of the Yorubas are not happy with Oni Risha. I can authoritatively tell you. The gods of the Yorubas are not happy because the Oni of Ife is not speaking out for the Yorubas. I've never said this before. I've always respected the crown. But that is the truth. A lot more evil is going to come out from the palace in Ile-Ife. Bukola Odufadeni Olusanya. You said super cup only. I stopped it there. Amina Yalori, Amina Olayinka, You said you just saw the video evidence of his drug dealing on Channels TV. Now, you see that? But the way I have taken it, it's you won't get that from anywhere. Uche, Moweta, you said, Mr. Bello, don't buy into the idea the Fulani Cabal government is only planning to shade their own against his extradition to the US. No, I'm not. Uche, come on. Me. I'm sick inside me. Fulanis. Don't trust the Fulani people. Yeti Queen. Malami, the most corrupt attorney general Nigeria ever had. Correct. I'm seeing this name for the first time. Adejoke Balogun, have you been on this show before? Maybe one? Real getting interesting, you want to say. Real getting interesting, you want to say, not infesting. Yalorin, Aminat. He said you've seen it too. Yes, you've seen so many dreams, and I think God revealed certain things to you about Nigeria a few years back. Amina, you called me and we discussed on this. I made it sure. I think this was 2 years ago, and you said you were scared, and I said, don't be scared. I've seen it. God revealed this already to me, but because you're one of the chosen ones that God wants to show what's going to happen, that was why God revealed that unto you too, because God sees that you were so passionate about that. It's a queen. I doubt if the prayer will work for Oni. His case is settled. You are saying it, oh, no be me, oh. I'm sorry. That never came out of my mouth. Merinadi. God Almighty is shaking the unshakable. A lot more is going to happen. Abakari. We've just treated Abakari. Yeah. Now, let me see if I've got this picture here for you. Before I go into this next one, let me quickly finish this. Now, look at this. Look at this, guys. I need to quickly go into this and finish this where it is right now. You are looking at this truck that had an accident on its way to Abuja, filled with brooms that was meant to be delivered to the APC convention in Abuja. And guess what happened? The truck had an accident, and those brooms never arrived Abuja on the way. Did you see that? Could this be part and parcel of the black candle that is working against Nigeria? The rituals I ask you to carry out. Whether you guys did it, I did it from my end, and I told you I was going to complete everything at the cemetery, and I did. Am I seeing the results? Brooms. And do you know the spiritual significance of brooms? Brooms is associated with witchcraft, because the witches, they fly about in brooms. Brooms. The very day they showed me the official logo of the APC when they formed it, I knew APC was satanic. Just like the symbol that Bola Tinubu displayed in front of you all the time, in front of his cap. You don't know. I know. The infinity symbol, 8, digit number 8, line on its sides, not upright, but sleeping. Something that has no ending. So, in other words, Bola Tinubu is telling you that he doesn't have any end. But awata julo òun lérò pé òun la ṣe báwọn èèyàn kan náà ń ṣoògùn fún àwọn ọlọ́run dẹ̀ tí wàá gbé agbára wọ àwọn èèyàn kan tó jẹ́ pé àyànfẹ́ ọlọ́run ni wọ́n. àwa mọ nǹkan táwa máa ṣe, a máa fi gbàgbára lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. A dẹ̀ ti ń gbàgbára yẹn lọ báyìí sí. Agbára yẹn a máa yẹ̀yẹ́ ẹ̀ mọ́ lọ́wọ́. Ṣé ẹ rí pé ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní tọ̀ ni? Ó sì máa ṣu sí ara níṣojú gbogbo yín. Ó sì máa yàgbẹ́. Ó máa yàgbẹ́. Ṣẹ́rí, àwọn ìgbálẹ̀ tán fẹ́ kó lọ sí Àbújá. Ṣẹ́rí, truck yẹn. Bọ́lá Tinubu sì máa yàgbẹ́ sára sẹ́ẹ̀. Yes, Ayeti, you said, same broom Bola Tinubu used to destroy Nigeria. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Mary Nadi, you said APC is go down top to bottom. Want to go down top to bottom to the extent that even Ekiti State Governor Kayode Fayemi said APC may not survive. Won't any survive? In the spiritual realm, APC is dead. Samuel Onoha. There is judgment of fire going on in Nigeria, but the people are not aware of it. Whether they are aware of it or not, that's up to them. Walai. You can clearly see the brooms. Remember why case. You've seen, you are beginning to see that. Remember my boy in Moscow, why case, who came with this.
Yeah, G.O.D. This is the message from God. I fear no man. The Lord is my shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba ti dé tán. Ó ní kí n sọ fún wọn kí wọ́n ronú pìwàdà o. Ó ní kí n sọ fún wọn bóun ò fẹ́ kú ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ o. Ó ní kí n sọ fún wọn kó tú aláìṣẹ̀ sílẹ̀ o. Tí wọn ò bá gbọ́ o, òjò ìdájọ́ á rọ̀ lé wọn lórí. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán, ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn, ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán, ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn, ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ó ní kí n sọ fáwọn tí wọ́n láwọn lálágbára. Ó ní kí n sọ fáwọn tí wọ́n ní àyànfẹ́ lára. Ó ní kí n sọ fọ́ba kí wọ́n ronú pìwàdà o. Tí wọn ò bá gbọ́ o, òjò ìdájọ́ á rọ̀ lé wọn lórí. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán, ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn, ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán, ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn, ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ó ní kí n sọ fún wọn kí wọ́n ronú pìwàdà o. Ó ní kí n sọ fún wọn bóun ò fẹ́ kú ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ o. Ó ní kí n sọ fún wọn kó tú aláìṣẹ̀ sílẹ̀ o. Tí wọn ò bá gbọ́ o, òjò ìdájọ́ á rọ̀ lé wọn lórí. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán, ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn, ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán, ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn, ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán.
Ilé àwa yìí o. Ẹ wò ó. Báwo làwọn tó ń tajà ń bí báyìí? Báwo ni wọ́n ṣe fẹ́ tà? Lọ́pọ̀ Sanwó-Olú. Ẹ wò ṣé àwọn tó wà ń bí báyìí? Ṣé ẹ wò báyìí kù gbogbo rẹ o? We can't go. Mo lọ ṣe nǹkan bẹ̀rẹ̀ yẹn sí ẹ wò.
Yes, see, you can see that Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán, and many of the things I recorded before social media came into being, I used to carry my still camera, that camera in front of me there, that I use sometimes to stream. I used to carry that, and the man who recorded that, Akadiski, they were all laughing at me when I was recording all this information. And when I used to go around, get the messages across, people laugh. But now, you see, since 1998, 1998, nothing changed. And you think it is well. Do you really think it is well? It is not well. It is not well with the black race. It is not well with you. See, love. I preached about love. Wilfred Chukudi Emmanuel, good evening. God is angry with the black race. God is angry with the black race. Let me do this. Now, I'm going to go into this. And one thing that you've not really seen here is this. I want to go into the issue of this man called Alaji. He's an Alaji, but you see, there's a lot that is happening. I heard him for the first time. Because I heard him for the first time, I'm going to do this. Let me bring in the portrait Okay, I'll bring the portrait of what I need to do here. This man, I'm going to play his tape. It's already in vogue. And I'm going to play MC Oluomo. And I'm going to explain exactly what is happening between Abuja and Lagos. Between this man that many people are not talking about. Watch this.
Okay, good evening everybody.
Okay. I am going to stop that. I am going to stop it, and what I'm going to do is do it this way. Okay, let me rotate it. Anti-clockwise. Yes, let's do it that way. Yeah, let's do it this way. Yeah, I'll do it this way so that you guys can actually see his face clearly. Now, let's do it. Okay, now that way. Now listen to this, guys, and I want you to please follow this very, very carefully. Follow it carefully. Okay?
Okay, good evening everybody. My name is Alhaji Aziz Abiola.
Alhaji Aziz.
Chairman of 21 of the HALLO, Lagos State. Tricycle Owner and Operators Association of Nigeria, 21. Àwọn nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́nu ni mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí. Mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ advise the state chairman NURCW. Why mo fi advice yín ni pé just because you are still a state chairman, mo ṣe ń kún ẹ lé o.
Between himself and MC Oluomo.
Because Tabanso in terms of transportation in Lagos State. Oh, what mean any level? Mo mọ buses tí mo rà sí Ìkòyí tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ tó ń lọ tó ń bọ̀. Tán bá ka staff tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ London transport company mi lásán, there are more than 3,000 workers, both the driver and conductor. Tán bá ní iye operator tó ń wá àwọn tricycle mi lásán, I have more than 3,000 operators. Don't worry, on tricycle to Monile, more than 3,000 tricycle. When we are saying something about transport sectors, you are not up to. But you
listen,
have an opportunity to be a state chairman.
There's a lot more. Listen.
Nítorí Ọlọ́run ló máa ń múyàn dépò. Ọlọ́run ló máa ń múyàn dépò. Ọlọ́run kádàrá pé kí n wà láàárín yín ni. Mi ò tọ́ lẹ́nu tó yẹ kó máa bó ní mọ́tò ṣe bọ̀ ibi tọ́lọ́ ń tóbi sí láti kékeré mi nìyẹn. Nítorí gbogbo ìwà àbàjẹ́, ìwà abatẹnijẹ́ tó wà lọ́wọ́ yín, Ọlọ́run ò ní kí n ní lọ́wọ́. Gbogbo ohun tèmi máa ń ṣe mo máa ń ṣe pẹ̀lú payá Ọlọ́run ni. Nítorí mo mọ̀ ká ayé ìkọ́lá ayé wa ṣe máa kó ìbí ayé ìjọ kan. A máa pàdé Ọlọ́run tá a máa ṣèṣirò bá a ṣe lu ayé. I can be surprised. One appoint me as a state chairman Marwa, state chairman tricycle. It's not that it affects your own position. Me ò do position there. Tricycle ni mo head. And then yourself no send message sí wa. Pé o fẹ́ bá a ṣe meeting láàárọ̀ yìí kí n wá sí meeting. Láì mọ̀ kó ti set ilé pé kàn pa meeting bá dé sí meeting náà. When I reach the meeting, o ti set àwọn tó máa gbẹ ẹ̀mí mi lẹ̀. Wọ́n tọ́ Ọlọ́run jù ẹ lọ, Ọlọ́run fẹ́ mímí lé ẹ lọ́wọ́. Immediately tí mo bọ́lẹ̀ tí mo ní kí n sign minutes pé mo wá sí meeting kí n dẹ̀ wọnú ọ́fíìsì lọ gbogbo àwọn boys ẹ̀ attack mi you are there ìwọ náà wà lórí dúró wọ́n bẹ̀ sí gbá mi gbàá gbogbo ọlọ́run save mi mo wọnú mọ́tò mi mo lọ́ọ̀kì ilẹ̀kùn bọ̀ nínú agbára ọlọ́run tó ju tiẹ̀ lọ tí wọ́n ló kún ní agbára káwọn ọlọ́run ju tiẹ̀ lọ gbogbo ń tẹ́ ní pátápátá lè fi fọ́ gíláàsì mọ́tò yẹn ọlọ́run ní kí gíláàsì rẹ fọ́ láti lè wá bá mi nínú mọ́tò títí òtútù géètì oníkan ti géètì mọ́ mi kán dáná sun mọ́tò mi ẹnìkan tún ní ẹ má jẹ́ ká dáná sun mọ́tò ẹ̀ kí ni mo ṣe fún ẹ kí ni mo gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ó níbẹ̀rù ọlọ́run gbogbo agbára pátápátá all power belongs to Almighty Allah kò sálágbára kankan láyé gbogbo alágbára ló máa tán àìníbẹ̀rù ọlọ́run yẹn múra sí tọ́lọ́run bá nù dé adé abẹ́ ẹjọ́ kan òun advice ẹni láì dé lẹ́yìn yẹn lẹ́yìn táwọn ọlọ́pàá dé tí mo ṣàṣílẹ̀kùn mọ́tò mi tí mo bọ́lẹ̀ oníbọn wà nù mọ́tò mi.
This between MC Oluomo and this man, I will tell you the secret.
After left láti lọ service RRS wọ́n padà gbé bọ́dé òun dúpẹ́ fọlọ́n pé àwọn ọlọ́pàá àtàná tún ti yàtọ̀ sáwọn ọlọ́pàá tèmi.
Just like the NDLEA.
àtàná lè rìn sáré kó fún kó fowó ràn wọ́n kó báyìí wọn. mo dúpẹ́ fọlọ́n pé ọlọ́pàá tí ó gbébọn yẹn dé kóun rí bọn wọ́n padà béèrè lẹ́yìn pé bó ló ti rí bọn onílẹ̀ ilẹ̀ lòun ti gbébọn. I saw the gun on ground. Alhamdulillah. ṣèbéèrè ẹni pé o fẹ́ ṣíbù tú mọ́tò mi yẹn láti jùbọ́n sínú ẹ̀ ló fi ń pariwo pé bọ́n wà ní mọ́tò mi ọlọ́run ò fún ẹ.
See, I will tell you the secret here.
tó bá wọn ẹ̀ kó jáwọ́ tó bá wọn ẹ̀ kó má jáwọ́ ìwọ nìyẹn ọlọ́run nìyẹn but ní iṣẹ́ gbẹ́yìn ní iṣẹ́ transport you can send it boldly kọ́ lọ wọnú register Lagos State nínú lájà Lagos State ẹni tó bá ra mọ́tò jù mí lọ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ abẹni tó ra kẹ̀kẹ́ mọ́tò jù mí lọ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ abẹni tó ra ọ̀kadà jù mí lọ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ that's my main business. Normally I have many business. I have petrol station, I'm a bakery, I have many business that I'm doing. Me blame me. You people rely on these union activities alone. That's what you rely. You can't do any empowerment for people. You can't assist anybody just to collect illegal money.
Collect illegal money. MC Oluomo Shongbo. MC Shongbo. MC tiẹ̀ bàjẹ́ o.
lórí mọ́tò mi nìkan léèdè ó lé ní $1 million. Union gbà lórí mọ́tò tèmi nìkan. What are you not telling me? Still yet me buy that. Mo dúró sí di Marwa mo operate Marwa. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ náà believe pé mo gbó lórí union mọ́tò which is not. Iṣẹ́ Marwa ni mo ń control. Still yet náà Marwa yìí náà tún wá jáàkì ẹ̀ kó lọ́wọ́ wa. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Alhaji Tajudeen Agbẹ̀dẹ the immediately past chairman kò gba ẹgbẹ́ yẹn lọ́wọ́ wa náà àwọn operate transact wa ṣé bí ìyànlọ́ lọ́wọ́ wà tó kó bẹ́ẹ̀ kí Agbẹ̀dẹ tó dé ṣé bí ìyànlọ́ Alhaji Sàálà wọn gba ẹgbẹ́ transact lọ́wọ́ ẹ lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó ní ẹgbẹ́ ìwọ́dé àtọ̀kadà àti márúwá àti gbogbo ajá kí ogbó ẹ̀ nítorí ayé tó máa tán. Kò sí kí wọ́n fi gbogbo ilé ayé ìkówójọ ó máa padà tán bó o fowó lẹ̀ owó àfiyẹ́lẹ̀ ǹjọ́ kan.
Yeah.
But continue. Mo kàn náà ní ọ̀làlẹ́ pé kí n advice yẹ sórí pé ọlọ́pàá tà náà dàbí tèmi mọ́.
Ẹ máa gbọ́ ọ ṣe pé bàbá yìí sọ̀rọ̀ with absolute confidence màá break it down fún yín màá break it down. Ṣẹ́rí ó sọ fún MC pé kò ní agbára Ọlọ́run ní agbára. Ṣẹ́rí pé ó wà bold.
Àtẹ̀mí àtẹ̀ náà máa tó kúrò láyé a máa lọ ṣe ṣírò bá ṣe lo ayé wa.
Ṣẹ́rí pé bold màá sọ fún yín sìn.
Mi ò ń ṣe onímọ́tò olóògbògbòrò.
Olóhùn mú gbó bó ṣe kò mú gógóró ṣẹgbọ́ yes. Okay, ẹ̀yin èèyàn ẹ jẹ́ ká wá ẹ jẹ́ kí wọ́n analyse kí n tó play tape ti MC fún yín. Fọlákẹ́ Aláwìyé yohun láì gbogbo yẹn láì tí ẹ là sílẹ̀ ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ làbárí ọ̀rọ̀ làbárì ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni làbárì you want to hear the nitty-gritty. Now, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is crumbling. Abuja is crumbling Bola Tinubu's power. Abuja knew already that the strength of Bola Tinubu is in Lagos. Bola Tinubu does not have kò ní agbára dé Ogun State, kò ní agbára dé Oyo State, kò ní agbára dé Ondo State, kò ní agbára dé Ekiti State. Agbára ẹ̀ Èkó ló wà. Let me break this down. Ẹ máa wá wo ibi tí MC Olúọmọ tó jẹ́ pé nǹkan ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní bàjẹ́ fún òun náà. Ẹ má dẹ̀ gbàgbé pé mo ti sọ fún yín, mo promise yín pé tí àwọn Fúlàní bá ṣe tán pẹ̀lú Bọ́lá Tinubu, and I kept on repeating it pé MC Olúọmọ àti Wàsíù Àyìndé, they are finished. Ẹ má dẹ̀ jẹ́ kí n purọ́ tàn yín jẹ. Èkó ó ti bọ́ lọ́wọ́ Bọ́lá Tinubu. Ojú Èkó ti là. Ojú Èkó ó ti là. Màá wá sọ bí tí MC tó ti ń jà fún àpò ara títí ẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé ilé ayé ẹ̀ tí ẹ ti bàjẹ́. Life MC ti bàjẹ́ already. Tí life MC bá ti bàjẹ́, life Wàsíù ti bàjẹ́. Mo dẹ̀ ti sọ fún yín pé it is either kí wọ́n kó páńpẹ́ wọn, let them pack their belongings and move. Opportunity tí wọ́n ní tán ti lò ó ti bù wọ́n lọ́wọ́. MC ò lè wá gbé orí wá kó wá sọ pé ó fẹ́ wá wọnú Yorùbá nation. Nsìn èmi máa antagonize ẹ̀. Wọn bí aláya MC rẹ̀ kò believe nínú ẹ̀. Bàbá ẹ̀ tó believe yẹn tó ń yàgbẹ́ sára tó ń tọ̀ sára ń sìn kó tètè yà lọ bá. Bàbá yẹn tó ń yàgbẹ́ sára tó ń tọ̀ sára ń sìn tán ti ba ilé ayé ẹ̀ jẹ́. Kàkà kan sọ òtítọ́ fún tán wá ń ba ilé ayé ẹ̀ jẹ́. His life is done. Now, ṣé wàá mọ nǹkan tó wá ṣẹlẹ̀ ní pé Abuja is playing the card game. Game tí irú àwa báyìí ta ti rí pé wọ́n máa play, ta ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ pé Bọ́lá Tinubu tètè padà wálé. Ṣé rí irú MC àti Ìgbòho ó yẹ kán ṣiṣẹ́ papọ̀ ni. Ọlọ́run ò bá fi orí jì Bọ́lá Tinubu ká jẹ́ pé ọ̀rọ̀ tí mò ń sọ ó gbọ́ nǹkan tí mò ń sọ ní time yẹn. He listened to my advice. And not only that, Ọlọ́run wá fún mi ní àǹfààní àti ìmọ̀ àti òye láti bá àwọn tó súnmọ́ Bọ́lá Tinubu sọ̀rọ̀. Tí mo dẹ̀ ń sọ fún wọn pé ẹ lọ sọ fún ọ̀gá yín pé nǹkan tí Ọlọ́run rán mi sí òun rèé. Bóyá wọ́n wá jíṣẹ́ fún un àbí wọn ò jíṣẹ́. Bóyá Mọ́ládé ó jíṣẹ́ fún Bọ́lá Tinubu o àbí Bọ́lá Tinubu kò gbàṣẹ wọn, ó kù sí wọn lọ́wọ́. Ṣùgbọ́n nínú àwọn ẹ jẹ́ n tó wá sọ fún yín nínú àwọn nǹkan ìran tèmi tó wá rí èmi wúdi lójú ìran lójú àlá wípé Bọ́lá Tinubu wá ń bẹ̀ mí ó dẹ̀ fẹ́ gbé owó fún mi pé kí n gbà mo wá ní mi ò fẹ́ owó ẹ̀ owó dọ̀tí ni owó ẹ̀ mi ò lè help ẹ̀ mo wá yarí. Again ibi tí mo ti jí sí ojú ayé nìyẹn. Gbogbo nǹkan tèmi ń rí o lójú tí n bá dẹ̀ fẹ́ jẹ́ kí màá sọ fún àwọn tó ń mọ̀ pé ẹ lọ sọ fún pé mo tún ti wá o mẹ́sẹ̀gì báyìí òun ni mo tún gbé fún wọn. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ń sọ fún mi pé kò ní gba mẹ́sẹ̀gì mi. Bọ́lá Tinubu hobby ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní yàgbẹ́ sára ni o. Bọ́lá Tinubu ayé ń bá ẹja gan wàláì tàláì small be lie àwọn ayé ti dẹ̀yìn lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ ń bá ẹja o ò dẹ̀ lè rí oríṣi o ò lè rí ọ̀nà gbégbà mọ́ àwọn tán ní ayé wọ́n ti dẹ̀yìn lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ àti fún ẹ ní àsìkò kò fi tún wà ẹ ṣe kó padà kó máa bọ̀ nílẹ̀ káàárọ̀ oòjíire. Ó ti bára ẹ jẹ́ o ò lè ro Bọ́lá Tinubu èmi ń sọ fún ẹ ní òní olóòní ẹ lọ kọ sílẹ̀ ẹ jọ Bọ́lá Tinubu ò lè rí oríṣe kò lè rọrùn ṣe mọ́ láyé tó máa fi kú nílé ayé yìí ilé ayé ẹ ti bàjẹ́ èmi mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ilé ayé Bọ́lá Tinubu ó ti bàjẹ́. Ìjà tó ń bọ̀ yẹ lérò pé jà lásán ni kò ń ṣe jà lásán. Ọlọ́run ti fún àwọn èèyàn kan Ọlọ́run ti gbé agbára burúkú ti wà lára àwọn èèyàn kan tó jẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run ti gbé wọn wọ̀ Ọlọ́run ti gbé fún wọn pé ó yá ẹ máa nìṣó. Àwọn eléyìí ò dẹ̀ lè gba owó kankan wọn lè gba anything. Ìjà yìí tá máa fi jà tán it is an unending fight tó bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé agbára yẹn tí Ọlọ́run gbé wọ àwọn èèyàn kan wọ́n á tún gbé wọ ẹlòmíì so be it. Ṣé rí bàbá yẹn tí mo play tape ẹ̀ tán yìí ẹ jẹ́ n sọ story nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ fún yín. Àtàbùjá náà ti prepare lẹ́tà máa yẹn Olúwa o ẹ túbọ̀.
Okay, good evening everybody. My name is Alhaji Aziz Abiola, the state chairman of Towan of the
Alhaji Aziz Abiola kò kàn jáde kó gbóyà. Èmi mo bá yín sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo fi gbogbo ọwọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ wá mo fi sọ àyà mo dẹ̀ ń sọ fún yín pé àtàbùjá wọ́n ti prepare máa yín wá. Àtàbùjá MC Olúọmọ ó máa japa oró tó máa fi kú ni because ẹni tó ń rí yẹn tó lérò pé o lè pa àtàbùjá náà ti ṣiṣẹ́ wá ẹni tí wọ́n tó ń rí President National Union of Road Transport Worker the President of the National Union of Road Transport Workers tí wọ́n gangan tó jẹ́ chairman Lagos State tó ń report sí ní Abuja, òun ló prepare iṣẹ́ bàbá yìí. Lẹ́tà yẹn ó wá láti Abuja ni, ó lẹ́mìí ẹ̀. Wọ́n ti parí iṣẹ́ ọ̀gá ẹ̀ Bọ́lá Tinubu. Ẹ ní agbára mọ́ o. Ẹn tó máa ṣe wèrè fún ẹ òun ló ń wò yẹn o. That is why tí MC Olúọmọ tó wá lóun fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní kí gbogbo NUR Jésù. Ẹ tún wo eléyìí. Ẹ jẹ́ n tún play eléyìí fún yín. Eléyìí náà tún ní agbára díẹ̀. Àwa compare nǹkan tí MC Onda Oya ẹ jẹ́ n gbé jáde. Màá kọ́kọ́ gbé kinní yẹn jáde. Ẹ jẹ́ n wo. Yeah, I think it is somewhere here. Yeah, òun lè léyìí. Ẹ jẹ́ n gbà. Ok, ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe báyìí. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n ṣe báyìí. Ok, ẹ jẹ́ ṣe báyìí. Transform. Ẹ jẹ́ fi ṣe clockwise. Okay, this one. Ẹ jẹ́ wo. Mo ń bọ̀ ẹ̀yin èèyàn. Okay, let me do it this way. I'm trying to sort this out. Let me bring it to the front, or bring it to top. No. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's do it this way. Okay, God. Okay, let me do it this way. Fit to screen. Let me fit it to screen. Okay, yes, that looks more like it, and that looks more like it, and then clockwise. Rotate clockwise. Yes, that is it. That's the one. That's the one. And I'm going to do it this way, guys. Okay, now I'm coming up, guys, because you need to watch this MC's stuff. Now, which one is this? Yes, okay, that one. I need that one. What about this? No. What about that? Yes, okay, yes, I need that. Okay, now, guys, I'm going to do this. I've sorted everything out like I always do. Let's do that. Let's do the other one here. Okay. Now let's do this. Let me start it again. Again, start it all over again. Emagbo MCO bó plan bó fẹ́ rig election fún Bọ́lá Tinubu using the National Union of Road Transport Workers. Listen to this.
As you understand the scene, very meeting tí mo wá bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe tàti ríra wa àti mo local government oníkálukú ti wá. As you understand, a máa wá pé giant meeting tí Èkìtì máa wá, Ẹ̀yìn náà máa wá, Abẹ́òkúta máa wá, Ìbàdàn máa wá, Èkó náà máa wá bẹ́ẹ̀, á jẹ́ Southwest. Àti ṣiṣẹ́ wọn ti Kwara náà. Sóyè yìí sì láti join àwọn kúrò because èdè Yorùbá náà ló ní ìkíni. Sóyè láti ní fi join ní.
Ṣẹ́rí ìbàdàn ní kó wọ́n ṣe Yorùbá ṣẹ́rí. Ṣẹ́rí. Sóyè yìí sì after kàbá.
Àmàwòrán wa. As you understand, Èkó náà máa fi ṣe headquarters.
Èkó ní headquarters ṣẹ́ ń gbọ́.
Kò máa ní big office.
Big office.
Sóyè yìí sì ẹni tó jẹ́ ẹ̀dá sí.
Ẹ máa gbọ́ o.
Ó máa yọ èèyàn mẹ́rin tó máa wá ṣe àmójútó yìí tó máa wà ní bọ́ọ̀dù yẹn.
Ṣé láwọn tout ṣé láwọn agbèrò.
Tóyè yín sì kó tó di pé election dé àbí campaign dé tóyè yín sì á lè máa lọ fún ìyí ní páàkì lọ́rùn.
Ṣé ń gbọ́?
Tó bá jẹ́ pé ẹni tí bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá kọ ti ọ̀dọ́ yín òun ló máa gbà ló máa mú lọ.
Nǹkan tó bá kọ ti ọ̀dọ́ yín á gbà á mú lọ.
Fíìmù àgbègbè wọn máa ní ọ́fíìsì.
Ṣẹ́rí.
Èkó tọ́lọ̀ máa sanwó oṣù fún.
Wọ́n máa sanwó ìṣẹ́rí ṣòwò jẹ́ gbọ́. Wọ́n sanwó oṣù fún wọn from the beginning o, just because of the election. Wọ́n fẹ́ máa sọ. You see, I'm sick and tired of these people. Wọ́n sanwó oṣù fún wọn sẹ́lẹ̀ o. Ẹ mọ̀ why? The reason why that came into being. Máa jẹ́ kẹ́ wò ó sìn. Ẹ máa rí nísìn. Ẹ jẹ́ wá padà lọ sí báyìí. Mo ti rí kíní yẹn níbí báyìí tẹ́lẹ̀. Ya onre ṣẹlẹlẹ máa wá ṣó ẹ fún yín sìn ẹ wọlé.
Nítorí mo mọ̀ pé ayé ìkọ́lá ayé wa ṣe máa kó ìdí ayé ìjọkan a máa pàdé Ọlọ́run tá a máa ṣèṣirò bá a ṣe lo ayé. I can be surprised.
Ẹ máa wo.
Wọ́n appoint me as a state chairman no matter what. State chairman.
Wọ́n appoint ẹ.
It's not that he affect your own position. Mi ò du position ẹ. Tricycle ni mo head. And then yourself no send message sí wa pé o fẹ́ bá a ṣe meeting láàárọ̀ yìí.
Wọ́n appoint Abuja ló appoint ẹ̀ wọ́n fẹ́ dislodge in other words wọ́n fẹ́ dislodge MC Olúọmọ ni.
When I reach the meeting o ti set àwọn tó máa pẹ́ mímí lẹ̀ wọ́n tọ́ Ọlọ́run jù ẹ lọ Ọlọ́run fẹ́ mímí lé ẹ lọ́wọ́. Ìmúdọ́lẹ̀ tí mo bọ́lẹ̀ tí mo ní kí n sign minutes pé mo wá sí meeting kí n lè wọnú ọ́fíìsì lọ gbogbo àwọn bọ́ọ̀sì attack mi. You are there ìwọ náà wà lórí dúró. Wọ́n bẹ̀ sí gbá mi gbàgbà gbogbo Ọlọ́run save mi.
Ẹ máa gbọ́ o.
Mo lọ́ọ̀kì ilẹ̀kùn. Bọ̀ nínú agbára Ọlọ́run tó ju tiẹ̀ lọ sí wọ́n lóko ní agbára kágbára Ọlọ́run ju tiẹ̀ lọ. Gbogbo ohun tẹ́ ẹ ní pátápátá lẹ fi fọ́ gíláàsì mọ́tò yẹn Ọlọ́run ní kí gíláàsì rẹ fọ́ láti lè wá bá mi nínú mọ́tò. Títí o tún ti géètì oníkan ti géètì mọ́ mi kán dáná sun mọ́tò mi. Ẹnìkan tún ní ẹ má jẹ́ ká dáná sun mọ́tò ẹ̀. Kí ni mo ṣe fún ẹ kí ni mo gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀? O níbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run. Gbogbo agbára pátápátá
MC nìyẹn o.
Almighty Allah. Kò sálágbára kankan láyé gbogbo alágbára ló máa tán. Àìníbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run yẹn múra sí. Tọ́lọ́run bá lóun dé adé abẹ́ ẹni ọkàn. Ọ̀mú advice ẹni. Láì ní lẹ́yìn yẹn lẹ́yìn táwọn ọlọ́pàá dé tí mo ṣàṣìlẹ̀kùn mọ́tò mi tí mo bọ́lẹ̀ oníbọ̀wà ní mọ́tò mi. Àwọn ọlọ́pàá ara rẹ̀ tó wá wọ́n ṣàṣogbo mọ́tò mi on my present. Oníṣọ́ọ̀tù wà satisfied wọ́n láwọn rí bọ́ọ̀nù mọ́tò mi o kò sí nǹkan kan ní mọ́tò mi. After left láti lọ sí ọ́fíìsì RRS wọ́n padà gbébọn dé òun dúpẹ́ fọlọ́run pé àwọn ọlọ́pàá àtàná tún ti yàtọ̀ sáwọn ọlọ́pàá tèlé àwọn ọlọ́pàá àtàná lè rìn sáré kó fún kó fowó rà wọn kó báyìí wọn mo dúpẹ́ fọlọ́run pé ọlọ́pàá tí ó gbébọn yẹn dé pé òun ríbọn wọ́n padà béèrè lẹ́yìn pé bó ló ti ríbọn ó nílẹ̀ ilẹ̀ lòun ti gbébọn I saw the gun on ground alhamdulillah ṣèbí èrò ẹni pé o fẹ́ ṣíbùtú mọ́tò mi yẹn láti jùbọn sínú ẹ̀ ló fi ń pariwo pé bọ́n wà ní mọ́tò mi ọlọ́run ò fún ẹ ṣe tó bá wù ẹ́ kó jáwọ́ tó bá wù ẹ́ kó má jáwọ́ ìwọ nìyẹn ọlọ́run nìyẹn but mi ò ń ṣe ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀ndì iṣẹ́ transport you can send it boldly kọ́ lọ́wọ́ nínú register Lagos State nínú lájà Lagos State ẹni tó bá ra mọ́tò jù mí lọ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ abẹ́ni tó ra kẹ̀kẹ́ mọ́tò jù mí lọ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ abẹ́ni tó ra ọ̀kadà jù mí lọ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ that's my main business normally I have many business I have petrol station, I have a bakery, I have many business that I'm doing. You people rely on these union activities alone. That's what you rely. You can't do any empowerment for people. You can't assist anybody just to collect illegal money. Ibi tó ṣe sí tó fẹ́ jẹ́ ń bẹ̀, àwa tá ara mọ́tò, àtàwọn ò bá ara mọ́tò sí títí iṣẹ́ wọlé ló fẹ́ gbowó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. All this property belongs to us. Owó tí union gbà lórí mọ́tò mi nìkan léèdè ó lé ní $1 million. Union gbà lórí.
máa yóò kọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ lásán Àbújá ló ń dún o Àbújá ló ń dáhùn.
Still yet mi ìgbà ìgbà mo dúró sí di mara mo operate mara.
Now ṣẹ́rí tó wà bold ṣẹ́rí Àbújá ló ń dún.
Iṣẹ́ mara ni mò ń control. Still yet náà mara yìí náà tún wá jáàkì ẹ̀ kó lọ́wọ́ wa. Ṣé bí yàn ní Alhaji Tajudeen Agbẹ̀dẹ? The immediately past chairman kò gba ẹgbẹ́ yẹn lọ́wọ́ wa náà àwọn operate transact wa ṣe bí ìrànlọ́ náà wà tó kó bẹ́ẹ̀ kí Àgbẹ̀dẹ tó dé ṣe bí ìrànlọ́ Alhaji Sàálà wọn gba ẹgbẹ́ transact lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó ní ẹgbẹ́ ìwọ́de àtọ̀kadà àti márúwá àti gbogbo ajáàkì ogbó ẹ̀ nítorí ayé tó máa tán kò sí kí àwọn fi gbogbo ilé ayé ìkówójọ ó máa padà tán bó o fowó lẹ̀ o wá fi ẹlẹ̀ ǹjọ kan.
ṣé ń gbọ́.
but continue mo kàn náà ní ọ̀làlẹ̀ tó kí n advice ẹ̀ sórí pé ọlọ́pàá tà náà dàbí tèmi mọ́.
Terrorism.
oníkan tí mi mọ́lé pé mo ní.
Àbújá ló ń dáhùn bàbá mi wá ṣeré.
I'm in my house iṣẹ́ bọ́lá ń ju ẹ̀ lọ.
MC lérò pọ́ máa tì mọ́lé Àbújá ló ń dáhùn ṣẹ́rí ó ní ọ̀lẹ́ ni. Àbújá ló ń gbé lẹ́yìn. Ṣẹ́rí lẹ́yìn broadcast yìí lẹ́mísí wa lọ jáde tó fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní recuperate ó fẹ́ regroup.
Mùsùlùmí ní tòdì kọ́ mo ń ṣẹ̀sìn mo dẹ̀ nípa ẹ̀ Ọlọ́run mi ní ro aburú ọmọ làkejì mi láyé múra sí ọ́ní sísítọ̀mù ènìyàn ní tó bá fẹ́ para dọ́gbọ́n yìí.
ṣẹgbọ́ṣẹ́.
o lè rí mi pa o nítorí mo jù ẹ lọ kí ni mo fi jù ẹ lọ mo ní Ọlọ́run wo dẹ̀nà Ọlọ́run.
kúnlé poli Alhaji MC Olúọmọ
ẹ máa gbọ́.
London Paris Germany gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀ làwọn ọmọ tí ń wà wọ́n sì ń kàwé dáadáa ẹ̀dẹ̀ mú àwọn ọlọ́mọ ẹni ká mọ para wọn ní tìtorí títí yín bàbá ṣẹ́gò bàrúwá kúnlé poli Alhaji MC Olúọmọ ẹ má gbàgbé pé gbogbo tó bá ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ọwọ́ yín náà ti máa béèrè kí lẹ̀ ń jà fún ṣé ìjà gbogbo ìlú lẹ̀ ń jà fún ni àbí ìjà tara yín ṣé fẹ́ mọ tó ń wọ lérí wa.
Now nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé ṣẹ́rí nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ń bíbà ẹ̀ máa break it down fún yín. ṣẹ́rí Àbújá wọ́n fẹ́ finish empire MC Olúọmọ. Kúnlé poli àti Sego àti MC wọ́n ti go their separate ways. ṣẹ́rí Alhaji tí Àbújá tí wọ́n appoint as the chairman of Tricycle Movement Association wọ́n fẹ́ fi dislodge MC ni, and that is why tí MC tó wá jáde lọ́tẹ̀ yìí ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó wá gbé padà wá fún yín tó jáde lọ́tẹ̀ yìí tó fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní jà wípé ńkọ́ ọ̀ndà yà eléyìí ni òun rèé ẹ jẹ́ kí n ṣe bá ok
lẹ́yìn mítì tí mo wá bẹ́yìn ṣe tàti ríra wa.
torí ẹ̀ eléyìí ló fi jẹ́ pé MC ó wá jáde tó wò pé eléyìí o agbára ti fẹ́ máa lọ ní ọ̀dọ̀ òun o pé ńkọ́ òun máa láti ṣóun nìyẹn ṣá ok ẹ jẹ́ kí n ṣe báyìí transform clockwise no kò ń ṣóun nìyẹn ok eléyìí ni àbí portrait ok kò ń ṣóun nìyẹn. Mumbo, guys. Okay, Konshe, let me do it this way. Konshe, I think I brought in the wrong thing into the wrong place. Transform. Clockwise. Yes, I brought the wrong information in. Now, based on Inkoteri yẹn because Abuja ló fún màá yẹn ní power wọ́n fẹ́ gba power lọ́wọ́ Èkó because wọ́n fẹ́ gba power yẹn kó lọ́wọ́ Bọ́lá Tinubu. Now Bọ́lá Tinubu ti ń yàgbẹ́ ó ti ń tọ̀ sí ṣòkòtò so àwọn tán lè jà fún Bọ́lá Tinubu ní Èkó ní ọwọ́ báyìí èèyàn méjì ni MC àti Wasiu Ayinde. Don't forget I told you the moment Bola Tinubu is messed up, dislodged, àwọn tó máa kọ́kọ́ sá kúrò, the two people that will run out of Nigeria, MC Oluomo and Wasiu. Now listen to this. Bí ó ṣe fẹ́ reassemble pé gbogbo àwọn National Union of Road Transport Workers in the Southwest should now become one because power Bola Tinubu Èkó ló wà. Don't forget Seyi Makinde is controlling Oyo State. So now MC Oluomo ó wá fẹ́ hijack gbogbo machineries Ekiti State, Ondo State, Oyo State, Osun State. Ó fẹ́ kó gbogbo ẹ̀ wá sí Èkó, nǹkan tó ń sọ nìyẹn, ẹ wá gbọ́.
As you understand this thing, lẹ́yìn meeting tí mo wá bẹ́yìn ṣe tàti ríra wa àti mo local government oníkálukú ti wá, as you understand, a máa wá pé giant meeting.
No, I have to do this again. Mo ma láti restructure film here, guys. Portrait. Let me do it this way. Let's see now. No. I will have to transform it 180 degrees this time. Yeah, that's it. Giant meeting. Southwest.
So you see that join our club because they did no matter so you have to join me. This is a good one in our
àmọ́ mọ́ra wa wọ́n mọ́ra wọn tẹ́lẹ̀ o wọ́n mọ́ra wọn wọ́n ṣe fẹ́ mọ́ra wọn sìn you see the fraud. Big office lẹ́kọ̀ọ́.
ẹni tó jẹ́ ẹ̀dá sí ó máa yọ èèyàn mẹ́rin tó máa wá ṣe àmójútó yìí tó máa wà ní bọ́ọ̀dù yẹn ní Lagos State.
ṣé ẹ ti rí pé wọ́n ti ń struggle ṣe rí pé Abuja ti ń play wọ́n ti wọ́n ti appoint head of Marwa tricycle and listen MC Olúọmọ fẹ́ pa ó fẹ́ pa head tricycle chairman t'Abuja ti appoint tó fẹ́ fi dislodge MC tí MC ò lè rí pa now nǹkan tó wá ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ń sìn òun náà ni wípé MC wá fẹ́ regroup gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tó ti yẹ kán ti fi sílẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣe wá lérò pé possible ni Yorùbá Nation Now movement wà ń bẹ̀ gbogbo wọn tó ń ṣe kínní tẹ MC tó dákẹ́ MC ó ti tán wọ́n ti gbaṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ man ṣé ọ̀dẹ̀ ló wọ́n ti gbaṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ gbogbo ìgbà tó yẹ kẹ́ wà lọ́dọ̀ wa ṣé tó bá wá di ọ̀la MC wà wá sọ pé Yorùbá Nation Now ló fẹ́ ṣe ti Sunday Igboho ṣé wàá lérò pé ẹ lè lọ pe Sunday Igboho tìyín ti bàjẹ́ náà tìyín ti tàn irú àwa ló yẹ kẹ́ wá bá ṣùgbọ́n orí yín ò pé orí gbogbo yín ò pé sí MC ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́ kó jẹ́ pé nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Sunday Igboho dọ́bùlẹ̀ ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wọ́ ṣorí ti Sunday Igboho kékeré ni ṣé wọ́n pé ìwọ tọ́ọ̀gì ni wọ́ Sunday Igboho sì wá jà fún Yorùbá Nation Now tó negotiate pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ṣorí títí ẹ̀ wọ́n á gba gbogbo ẹ̀ wọ́n á ṣàn ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ because wọ́n mọ̀ pé ògbólógbò tọ́ọ̀gì ni ẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ wá useless Bọ̀dé George ò dẹ̀ nílò ẹ̀ Bọ̀dé George will never use you because wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní raise another monster that will dislodge you. ẹ̀yin èèyàn mo ti wà online 3 hours and 35 minutes. Fọlákẹ́ Aláwìyé is laughing. ṣé ó make sense yín tí ó bá make sense ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ ṣe rí pé ọ̀rọ̀ àgbà tí ò ṣẹ ló wúrọ̀ bó pẹ́ títí àṣẹ lọ́jọ́ alẹ́ ṣe rí pé gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ mi ó ti ń ṣe àbí kò ṣe ó ti ń ṣe náà. Alájà Aminat Ọláyínká ìyá Ìlọrin ní Bradford ọ̀rọ̀ mi ó ṣe àbí kò ṣe ń sìn. Alájà Fọlákẹ́ Aláwìyé ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sà. Alájà Aminat ìyá Ìlọrin ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ mi ṣe àbí kò ṣe. Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ọ̀bì. Bọ́lá Tinubu ò lè tó bá jẹ́ pé orúkọ ẹnìyẹn ò tí ò ń ṣe ṣọ̀gùn tó bá jẹ́ pé orúkọ yẹn ò tí ẹ̀ ń ṣe orúkọ ẹ̀ náà anyway because ẹni tó pè níyàwó ẹ̀ gan Rẹ̀mí Tinubu ṣe wọ́n pé ẹ̀ǹjọ́ ń ṣá gbaná papọ̀ ni ẹ̀dẹ̀jọ́ mú gbó papọ̀ ni so orí yẹn náà gan ò pé anyway orí ẹ̀yin méjèèjì ò jìjọ pé ni sórí ẹ wò. Ẹ wo Bọ́lá Tinubu ẹ wo Bọ́lá Tinubu Am I at a Jankoko Boya correct?
You understand the thing? Very meeting tí mo wá bẹ́yìn ṣe tàti ríra wa àti mo local government oníkálukú ti wá.
Jerry, Bola Tinubu lẹ wo yẹn o. Ẹ jẹ́ ń ṣe báyìí. Ẹ wòran. Bola Tinubu lẹ wo yẹn o. Ẹ wòran. Ẹ tó fẹ́ di president. Ṣé mọ̀ pé COVID bo a lot of things lójú ẹ wòran. COVID covered a lot of things. See? Ẹ máa wòran, just watch. Look at Bola Tinubu. Look at. His cloth soiled. Ṣé láwọn ọ̀dẹ̀ ṣé láwọn ọ̀dẹ̀ mumus. You see mumus. You see àwọn elébi ẹ wo aṣọ ẹ ẹ wòran look at ẹ máa wòran. Look at that man in black and white shirt. Look at how he's going to cover his nose. You see? Chetri doesn't cover him well.
Amen.
Orílẹ̀-èdè ẹ̀wọ̀ ni ò ní bàjẹ́. Look at, he's covering his nose. Look at. Awujale had a mask on, so he won't be able to smell it. Hey! Jesus Christ. Bola Tinubu, you are finished. Bola Tinubu is finished. Can you see that? Finished. Gone. Please tell me, what is left of Bola Ahmed Tinubu? There is nothing. Left. Hang on, guys. How long ago have I been live? Yeah.
It's not until you fall.
Yeah. 2019, their clothes of glory has been torn apart. Indeed. Yeah. Their clothes of glory torn apart. You're right, Mirinadi. Torn apart. You see? You see them? They never believed me, Mirinadi. They never believed me when I said to them, Ilenyo. They never believed me. When I said, the floor is slippery for the powerful. You're powerful, but don't forget that the floor you have to walk on is slippery. And God is the ultimate person with power. He gives power to whoever he wants to give the power to. And he takes the power whenever he wants to take the power. There was one time Bola Ahmed Tinubu was functioning, and all the voodoos and everything he was casting on every Yoruba sons and daughters were working for him. Now, it is not. I'll tell you a story. And another story I want to tell you is this. Very simple. The story is all about powerful men, powerful politicians in, I won't say whether it is in Yoruba land or Igbo land or in Hausa land. I won't say that. But very, very powerful politician. That politician could either come from any of the three zones based on the West, the East, or the North. This politician in question has got so many satanic tattoos on his body. A man have used his body. Satanic tattoos. Snake, spiders, wild animals on his body. This politician in question. Now, some guys organized a young, vibrant lady for the politician. The young, vibrant lady met with the politician in an hotel in Nigeria, somewhere in the southwest. See, the young, vibrant lady was desperate for money. And what then happened was that the young, vibrant, hi Chichi, the young, vibrant lady in question met with the top Nigerian politician. Somebody else organized for the woman to meet with the top politician. Organized the woman. A young woman so desperate for money got the connection. The young woman, not knowing that she was about to be used for rituals. You heard, rituals. She was smart, and she called, this young woman then called some of the friends and family to say, oh, I'm going to meet so and so person. Name withheld. That politician. I'm not going to mention that politician's name, but they are all involved in this mess. She went to meet the politician in the posh exclusive hotel in Lagos. The polemic, I use the word polemic, the polemic politician, prominent politician, then slept with the young female woman. Female. Slept. Not the young woman, not knowing that she was about to be a victim of ritual killing, thought, oh, this man is going to give me good money. So at the end of their sexual encounter, and you know that sex is spiritual. Not many people are aware of the fact that to have an intercourse with someone, you've exchanged a spiritual covenant. She had the stuff. And then after that, after the session, after the prominent politician finished having sex with the young lady, the politician then gave the young lady 5 million naira. that young woman took the 5 million but never arrived home because she died on the road. So the 5 million was useless. But meanwhile, the politician that used her for ritual had already got what he wanted. That is the current situation of that nasty piece of expression called Nigeria and in many African nations. And that's why I continue to hammer in on the fact that blacks are their own worst enemies. Am I making sense or not? I am pretty sure I am. Before I end this program, yes, I have been streaming now, guys, for almost, 4 hours. There are many secrets I have revealed. We're going to do it. This is episode 151 of The Bleeding Edge. Guys, in the next episode, there's a lot more coming. Falake, thank you. Thank you all. Look, guys, if you haven't shared it, there are some people that are dying to have this information. Try as much as possible to get this across to as many people as you can. Let's bring episode 151 of The Bleeding Edge to a close. Almost 4 hours, 3 hours, 56 minutes and few seconds. Thank you, guys. I hope you have enjoyed all I have to say. But there is something I want you to carry with you tonight. Your leaders, they don't love you. Take the bull by the horn. Don't wait and believe God is going to come down from heaven to come and fight your case for you. God is not going to come down. The angels will not help you either. You have to take the laws into your own hands. Trust me. And you'll never make mistakes. Thank you for watching the stream. I want to thank each and every one of you across the whole world. I can see, I'm unable to see Bukola Odufadeni Olusoya, but I'm pretty sure that he's still somewhere. See, where real issues are discussed, many are not welcome. Take good care of yourselves. I wish you well, and I wish you God's blessings, guidance, and we'll meet again. And until that time, please keep yourselves. COVID is real. Use your mask, and we will surely trash it and then deal with the same issue next time we meet. Until that time, God bless you and good night.